Hi, this video shows the entire process for the application for registration system for assignees that are not permanently employed. It will show the steps the assignee, the branch recruitment administrators, and the clinical facilitators will take during an entire application. If the assignee opens a new application, they will see this introduction screen. When they click on Start New Application, they start the application process. As this video is for assignees that are not permanently employed, we select No here and say Next. In order to keep this video as short as possible, I will be going through the steps fairly quickly. Please pause the video if you would like to read the information on the screen in more detail. You have a South African ID. Let's say No here. Okay, I'm just filling in the personal information. I will be just using me as an example. Rank, professional nurse. Let's say professional nurse. This impacts which pre-entry test will be selected for the assignee later on. And then the branch that's been selected here will depend, so this decides which branch recruitment administrator will be receiving the emails for this application. Okay, let's go to the next step, which is uploading a passport document. So if it's a South African resident, it will be asked to upload the South African ID document. Okay, work permit. Sync/e-register. CV. Okay, that's the first part. This is the message that the assignee gets. It's the same message that we'll be sending to in an email to the assignee just for confirmation. And the branch recruitment administrator will receive an email that the assignee has completed this step of the application for registration process. And then I will be just waiting for the email. Here it is. This is the email that will be sent to the branch recruitment administrator. And you can see your action is required to verify the assignee's data. So every email that the branch recruitment administrator or the clinical facilitator receive, there will be the assignee's name and ID/passport number in the subject as well as in the body. So you know for which application this is. But you can just click on the link here and it will bring you to the application. If you're not signed in, you can just log in with your details. And then you can see here your action is required to verify the assignee's data. So this section here shows if your action is required or that the action for the assignee is required. Now you can add notes by clicking onto this button or clicking here to add a note. So all the notes will be showing in this section, which is just for internal communication or any notes that you would like to add to this application. Here you can decline the application, which brings you to a next screen where you need to fill in the reason why it's been declined. Here in this section below is the application data that we just captured. You can see the what data they need to enter. This is the data that they entered, if that data is required or not, and when they captured it. And you can see here, this is the passport document that I uploaded. If it's an image, it will show it small like this. You can click on it to enlarge the image. Or if it's a file like this, it's a PDF here, you can just click on the link View File and it will bring up the document. Then below here, you can see this is the EEA1 Department of Labor form that will be filled out later on. Pre-entry tests, booked appointments for the assignee, and application online form data that will be filled out later on. Okay, so now let's click on View and Verify Data. That's the next action. Now you can see this is the data that we saw on the previous screen as well, but now you have this action checkbox here in the front, which has already been checked. So this is just for ease of use, so that you don't have to manually select all of these items. So you can just verify all the data if it's correctly filled out. So you, for example, can verify if the passport number is correct, correctly matching the passport number on the document that they uploaded, or the South African ID on the South African ID document, etc. Same for the work permit number, etc. And the dates and stuff like that. And then what you can do, for example, let's say the SENC/e-register and the CV have been incorrectly uploaded. For example, you uncheck those two items. So you can uncheck any of the items, but you uncheck the ones that are incorrectly uploaded. So you want to decline those. So now the rest is still being checked. So we are going to first verify the data that is correct, which is everything here except for the last two. So now you say verify data. So it verifies the ones that are checked. Now you can see here verified, verified, verified. And if you scroll down, you can see these two are now checked and there's no action taken for these two, which means you still need to verify or decline them. So let's decline these two. So they are selected here and say decline data. Now you need to give a reason for each of the items that you're going to decline. And this is just for feedback for the assignee. The assignee will see this and they will know then why it's been declined. So let's just say incorrect document uploaded for both, for example. Then you say this decline selected data. Now you can see here that the data has been declined. So now you can say back. Now it says no action required from you. We are waiting for the assignee to change the declined data. You scroll down. You can see this has all been verified, all this data here that we just did. And the ones here have been declined. You can see who declined it, on what date and time, and what the reason was for this. So now the assignee will receive the next email, which is this one, which just says data has been declined, and they can click on the link here to go to their application again. Now it will open up back the application and it will show the first step or field or whatever, how do you want to call it, that has been declined. And here are the declined notes that we entered, incorrect document uploaded. Okay, click on the trash can. Now they can upload a new document. Let's, for example, say that one. Next. Now it will go to the CV. Yeah, okay, again, the feedback, why it's been declined. Upload that one, for example. Say next. Okay, they get the same message, same confirmation email, and also the branch recruitment administrator will receive an email again to say verify the data. So now you click on the link again, it will open up the application. It says here again, you need to verify the data. So click on that, scroll down. Now you can see new data has been uploaded. Now let's, for example, say, okay, this is correct. Then we say verify data. Data has been verified. Click back. Now it says here, no action is required from you. We are waiting for the assignee to complete the EEA1 Department of Labor form and pass the pre-entry test. Okay, so now you can see here, now the assignee has received this email, which states the same. The link to the application form and then some information about the pre-entry test that they need to pass. Okay, now they click on the link here, which will bring them to the EEA1 Department of Labor form, which they need to fill in next. So they can just fill in all their data, like something like that. Sign, click on that and they can sign. Save form. And now they will be brought to the pre-entry test. You can see we selected the professional nurse rank for the assignee at the beginning. So the system automatically allocated this first professional nurse test. They need to pass it with 70% or higher, and they have 30 minutes to do it. This is all the information that's already pulled through from the application. So we know that they can't change that. They can just say take test. And you can see here the timer will be starting. There we go. I already pre-selected all the correct answers for the sake of this video. Otherwise, it will take a long time. But yeah, they can just fill in the test and say submit test. So obviously we will now pass this test like that. So we scored 100%. And now the assignee has received a confirmation email of that. And the branch recruitment administrator also received an email to say that the assignee has passed and completed and passed the pre-entry test, and they need to schedule book an appointment. So you click on the link again. There we go. Now you can see again your action is required to book an appointment. So if I first, so you can click here on the button book appointment to book the appointment. But if you scroll down here, you can see in this section, you can see now this is the EEA1 form. You can now see there's a link. If you click on that, you can see the form that has been filled out, date and time stamped here with all the data and the signature. And same for the pre-entry test that the assignee took. And you can see the result and the time it's taken the assignee to pass the test. Okay, so now we scroll to the top and say book appointment. Okay, there are two sections. The first one is the assignee's booked appointments. So, for example, if you already booked an appointment for the assignee, but the assignee has declined this appointment, then that appointment will show up here, so you don't book the same date and time that they already declined. And then this section is for all the appointments for this branch, so for each of the clinical facilitators. So you don't have any double bookings in here. So let's just select anyone and select today's date. So I'm doing this obviously so I can access the appointment because I can't access an appointment that's in the future. But normally you would obviously select the date in the future. Now you can confirm by clicking book appointment. Okay. So appointment successfully booked. Now you can see no action is required because we are waiting for the assignee to confirm or decline the appointment. So this is the email that they received, the assignee, just with some detail, the branch, the clinical facilitator that was allocated, date and time and address, and then two links, one to confirm the appointment and one to decline the appointment. If they click on decline, they need to fill in a reason. If they click on confirm, they just say confirm again here, and then that's it. Now they received the following email, which states the appointment details as well as the documentation that they need to bring to the appointment. But better is that they fill in the online application form, which they can do by clicking on this link. So again, they received this as an email as well. And also the branch recruitment administrator received a confirmation email that the appointment has been confirmed by the assignee. And the clinical facilitator we chose has also received an email of the confirmation of that booked appointment. So now we can just click here so that the assignee can now fill in the online application form. We pull through all the data that we already know. So now we can fill out the rest of the information. Let's say that. We already have that pre-filled because we know that already. We fill that in. Okay. And then the required fields here. 15. Okay, physical address. Now the postal address, which is the same in my case, you can see that becomes optional now when I select that. Next of kin. The first next of kin is required and the second is optional, so I leave that blank. Source reference number. Okay, say no here. Yes. And let's say yes, so that's inoculation against hepatitis B. So now you can see here, this is optional to upload proof. So if I say no, you don't have to upload any proof, obviously. But if you say yes, this becomes required and you need to upload proof. So let's do that. Let's upload some proof here. TV, MMR. So again, then you need to upload proof. If you select yes, if no, you don't have to. Let's say no here. Again, the same thing. If you select yes, then you need to upload the certificate as proof. Let's say yes here. No. Again, you can just pause the video to have a look at the detail. Do you have work experience? No. Again, if you select yes here, this becomes required, and then you select the work experience. So you can just do something here. So this is divided into sections: general, high care, etc. I'll just skip that and then say next. Upload the bank statement or bank stamp letter, text bracket, and then okay, that's it. Now they completed the online form, and now they received a confirmation email of that, the assignee. And by stating, I can show you the email here. It states, thank you for the information, and the branch recruitment administrator will verify the data. And in turn, the branch recruitment administrator received this email that your action is required to verify the data again. So now you click on that link, brings you back to this screen again, where it says as well, your action is required to verify the form data. Okay, view/verify form data, you click on that button. This works the same as in the beginning. Verified, as you can see here, only the newly entered data. Okay, obviously maiden name is optional, but you can just leave it as checked, doesn't matter. We check all the items that are new here, that are not verified or declined. So you can just screen over it and make sure everything is filled in correctly. And again, here on the documents or images, you can click on it to enlarge. And then at the bottom, we just say verify. So again, you can deselect the ones that are not correct and first verify the ones that are. Then it will pre-select the ones that are left. And you can say decline, enter your reasons why it's been declined, and the process starts again. So now we just say verify form data here. Okay, data has been verified. Now you can see here we are waiting for the assignee to show up at the appointment date. And they received an email as well, like this. This is the email I just received, where it says, yeah, your data has been verified, the appointment details again, you don't have to bring any documentation, etc. So now, this is now where the clinical facilitator comes in on the day of the appointment. So this is maybe a good time where I show you how you can access this page as well, because we did it through the link. You can do that. You can go to your email and search for the assignee, or you can just go to your menu wherever you are and say manage applications. I know this is a new menu, but another video will show you all the different the ways how you get to these this menu. Yeah. Okay, so manage applications, then it will show you this screen. For the clinical facilitators, obviously it will show action required from a clinical facilitator instead of branch recruitment administrator. So you can either search by ID or passport number, or you can just the list won't be that long, hopefully, and you can just click on the assignee that that's there for the appointment. So now click on here. This is the one we are working on. And then you can view all the data, obviously, and you can say start appointment. So now you can see here, these are the checklist items that need to be checked before you can proceed with the onboarding process. Now the assignee already filled in the online form, so this will be pre-selected because that has already been verified. If not, you need to manually click these to say that the assignee has brought the documentation and everything is in order. Now you select a customer here where the assignee is being onboarded at. Let's just say Netke Blauberg, and then you select the evaluation forms that you need for the assignment. I obviously don't know what I'm doing here, so I'm just clicking something, and then this is the onboarding outcome is an important document that we need to check, but don't worry if you forget it for an application because I check for it before you start the onboarding process. If it's not there, I automatically add it. So I will show you just now why that's important because we're putting some information from there. So now you scroll down and you say onboard assignee. Okay, so now onboarding process started. You can see now here the assignee has received this email here. Congratulations, your application is completed and accepted. Your onboarding process is now started and the charisma consultant has already been, or will be in contact with you for further steps. So now what you can see here is the assignee has been created on TrueWare. So as an employee and on InfoBook as an assignee, you can click on the links here to open up for InfoBook the assignee maintenance and show all the details. And for here, this will go to TrueWare to show the employee with all the details. You can see the onboarding process has been started, not completed yet. And we can click here to go to your dashboard, your TrueWare dashboard, where the task, as you can see here, the task is laying here. Onboarding task for Roy Bauma with passport number, that 4 rank professional nurse, and here you can see the customer. Okay, so let's just click here and start the onboarding workflow like that. And now you obviously you do all the evaluations like you normally do, and then for the outcome you fill in the onboarding outcome document. So I'm not going to fill in everything here, but let's say it's successful. Oh, okay, rank, planner. I'm not sure what I should select there, but it doesn't matter. But obviously this is important because the planner we are pulling through to InfoBook automatically from here. And also, so if you select for the outcome, you select unsuccessful or incomplete, you obviously add a reason here, and this will be pulling through as well. And also this will be the reason why the application has been declined. So this will be sent to the assignee. So you can select that, and then X number. This is also important. This will be pulling through to InfoBook. So we update the assignee's record on InfoBook. We link that X number. Okay, now we say save. Okay, like that. And I will just be going back to this screen, which is the application, and refresh this page. And now you can see here the assignee's onboarding outcome is successful, and you can check any notes. So you go here, this is a checklist with all the items that have been checked. And here you can see the X number has been updated on InfoBook and the planner code has been updated. We can actually check that. Let me just copy that and show you that here. So now this is the assignee maintenance, so you can just click on that link if you're signed into InfoBook. It will pull up everything, and you can see here there's the X number that has been updated and the planner code as well, and all the other detail that has been pulled through during the whole application process. Okay, and that's it. That's a wrap. The only thing that that's left is the assignee has now received an email just with the confirmation that their onboarding process was successful. That's it. Thank you.